Hello everyone and welcome to another VHS video. Today's video will be a synopsis on the recent VHS developer Q&A. I'm doing a synopsis because the Q&A was actually about 46 minutes long and covering its entirety would mean about an hour-long video. This way saves us all some time and gets you the information you want in a more concise manner. If you enjoyed the video and found it informative, please consider giving it a like, and with that out of the way, let's dive into the Q&A. The first question in the Q&A was, what is VHS? The answer is, VHS is a PC action 4 vs 1 asymmetrical game where there's 4 teenagers fighting against a monster spawned out of their local video store in the early 80s. One of the teenagers turns into a monster before their very eyes and tries to kill their friends, and the 4 friends try together to kill the friend who turned into a monster. The next question was, where did the name and theme of VHS come from? The answer was that the name and theme evolved over time. They had a few different names. They knew pretty early on that they wanted an early 80s theme. Zoe, the design director, had the idea that the teens were sucked into a portal along with the horror movies from the store, and the theme grew from there. And the name VHS actually stands for Video Horror Society and not Video Home System, which is a big part of the game's lore. After that, the next question was, how did they land on the current visual style? The team originally went with a more realistic, gritty, bloody, violent style. They realized none of this actually pushed the scare factor, but that being chased by a giant monster was scary. So they changed the style and the scare factor still remained. So they went with a fun first art style and changed it because they could have a more stylized look while keeping the scare factor without pushing themselves in a typical horror style corner. After that, the next question was, what can you do with the cosmetic system in VHS? The cosmetic system is pretty robust. They've gone through many iterations, but realized the fun is giving the players as much fun and customization as possible within the technical limitations of the game. There's currently up to 10 different customization slots ranging from head, eyes, face, outers, tops, bottoms, socks, shoes, skins, full cosmetic swaps, as well as cosmetics that change up your spectrals. Each monster also has unique customization slots because each monster is built differently. After that, we have asked, why does the HUD include so much information? The developers have observed in other games that teams that play over voice comms compared to solo players that go in are more coordinated, and this becomes an imbalance in gameplay and game development. So their approach became to build and balance the monsters in VHS powerful enough to play against a fully coordinated team, then to give solo players the tools to be a coordinated team even if they're not playing with people they know. So the monsters are strong enough to take on coordinated teams, and full groups and solo players have plenty of information from updated area information, a context ping system, and more. Because of this, the team can develop stronger and more various types of monster designs. After that, it was asked, how does VHS allow players to customize their play style? The answer is perks, mods, and mutations. Both teens and monsters have access to 5 perks which give small boosts to their powers. Perks come in different tiers and at a point cost. More powerful versions of perks or more powerful perks have a larger point cost compared to lower tiered versions or less powerful perks. Players can unlock other teens' perks in order to access them on other teens as well. Weapon mods are unlocked as you create and use the weapons in-game. Mods change how the weapons work, like more charges with a longer craft time. Mods basically change up how the weapon works in a different way without making it too powerful. Monster mutations work similarly to weapon mods and change up how powers work, but won't be a raw power boost. They mix up the experience when playing against the same monster, so the teens will have to adapt to which monster they're playing and the way the monster has mutated their power to fit their playstyle. After that, it was asked, what is the journey system? This is the main character progression system. It's a 3-act system that allows you to take a path through each character's story where you unlock their perks, perk slots, cosmetics, and potential. And potential allows the character to get discount perks that fit more towards their character's more specified playstyle. Monsters do not get any potential, but you can still unlock their perks and cosmetics. The movie system is the game's challenge system broken up into 2 movie categories, Classic and Limited Edition. Classic movies are a part of the character and account mastery. As you progress through the journey, you unlock a character's favorite trilogy which ties into their playstyle. Each set of tasks is called a scene, which unlocks lore and extended cuts and cosmetics, and eventually you'll unlock the director's cut, which will unlock limited legendary cosmetics. Limited edition movies are event-based, time-limited system challenges that grant cosmetics unique to those events. After that, it was asked, what is included in VHS at launch? 3 maps, 3 monsters who are tied thematically to the maps, 5 teens with 4 different cosmetic sets each, and around 400 free cosmetics that you can just play the game to unlock, and the store which has plenty of cosmetic unlocks. After that, it was asked what comes in the store. The store comes with 2 currencies, Flux and Fanbucks. Fanbucks is the premium real-world money currency, which is VHS's monetization. Flux is earned through gameplay, which can also be used in the store. A third currency earned from gameplay is called Aura, but it's only used to unlock nodes in the Journey system. The next question was, what's the plan for adding new characters? New teens, monsters, and maps are already in development for well beyond VHS's release. You will be able to buy them in the store with Fanbucks and Flux. After that was asked, what sort of privacy and player safety features will be included in VHS? Streamers can blur out their names, and you can blur out other people's names. You can mute other players or yourself. There is a report player system for problematic players. There are a lot of tools for players to use that will allow them to keep to themselves or be as publicly available in-game as possible. After that was asked, what is the plan for anti-cheat in VHS? VHS will be using a mixture of standard anti-cheat industry tools as well as their own player analytics and reporting approaches to stop cheaters. Will VHS support modding? The answer right now is no. Modding eventually leads to exploitation, so they cannot take on modding at this time. After that, will VHS have new game modes? The answer was not right away. However, they will allow for private matches with progression turned off in the near future, and they are not ruling out new game modes down the line once the game has been established and is pretty much good to go. After that, what's going on with the beta right now? They're working hard to build the beta now, and they're working to make sure they can get as many people as possible into it. They want to release it very soon, but will bring people into it in different waves. It was also asked, how will the beta work? And players will be picked randomly, and you will have a beta key sent to your email that you can use to enter the beta. Following up with the beta is, when is the beta? And the answer was, soon. Finally, we got into some more personal questions, such as, what are your favorite horror movies? Jeff said his favorite horror movies were the Scream series. Christopher said his was John Carpenter's 1982 The Thing. Christopher is automatically the best person there for saying that. And then the original Nightmare on Elm Street and American Werewolf in London. Zoe said Poltergeist and Aliens, the follow-up to the original Alien. Kenzo said the original Alien, so Kenzo is already better than Zoe. And Kyle said he wasn't a big horror fan, so his opinion is now invalid as a community manager for a horror game, but he did eventually say that Jason X was one of his favorite horror movies, and now I just have to hate Kyle, and he only has himself to blame for that. And that's it for the Q&A. I'm looking forward to getting more in-depth with the Journey system, and I hope they have cinematics for certain parts, maybe, certain specific lore or story parts, eventually, once their team gets big enough to accommodate something like that. What about you guys? Did you enjoy the video? Did you learn things you hadn't known about the game from the Q&A? Do you now think Kyle needs to be sat in a chair and forced to watch horror movies until he loves them? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for checking out the video. Remember that you can catch me live on Twitch Monday through Thursday, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. I hope you all have a great day, and as always, stay positive.